Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 35. Today, I've got again my nice, friendly guest here from the UK, David. So, say
Thank you.
hello.
Hello, guys.
All right. Last time we did this, I was like, it was a little bit earlier for me, and I had to drink my coffee because I was going to work right away. But you know what? Today we're Sunday, and it's past noon, so I can actually do my little Grand Marnier.
There you go.
Mm. There we go. All right. So today will be, you've talked here, David. So we'll be doing our top three albums that pretty much got us into listening into metal, hard rock, whatever there. But three albums that are important to us in our lives that got us on our track to pretty much buying the whole friggin' discography of all metal and hard rock out there. So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I can go first.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so I remember this very vividly. I was with the dad, a while ago, or say, oh, God knows how long, 14 years ago, probably 13, something. And he played a song called A Rite of Passage by Dream Theater. So my first pick is going to be Dream Theater, Black Clouds and Silver Linings. It's an absolutely brilliant album. I love it from start to finish, especially the Count of Tuscany. But A Rite of Passage was pretty much my first taste of heavy metal.
Really?
Obviously more progressive metal, but this started my love for, but it started me to be like, oh my God, where's this music been all my life? I need to listen to more. And I just heard that heavy riff come in on the start of The Rite of Passage, and I just thought, what is this? It just blew my mind at the time. So I only really listened to that one song for about 10 years for Dream Theater, if I'm honest. And then I listened to the rest of their stuff. But that song, and well, to be honest, this album in particular, started me wanting to listen to metal. So yeah, that is my first pick for.
Cool.
Yeah.
I have some Dream Theater. I saw them live once with King's X and Joe Satriani. That was a good show. Those guys can play live. They're very cocky, I'll say that, but very good.
Oh yeah.
Very good band there.
Absolutely.
So. All right. So I'll do mine here, and we'll this will pretty much show our age difference here by my picks here. So when I was a kid, pretty much all we listened to was what was playing on our radio or records that my parents had. And then in comes my neighbor who had doubles of certain bands. So he gave me two cassettes, and I'll explain why I'm not putting them here first. But then he gave me three more cassettes after that. And one of them was this one here. Kiss Alive 2. And of course,
wow.
Yeah. So what happens is he gave me the Gene Simmons and Ace Frehley solo albums on cassette, and I listened to that like from day and night. And then he gave me the first Kiss, Rock and Roll Over, and Kiss Alive 2. And this was sort of like a greatest hits / live album, obviously, for Kiss. And I was like, oh my God, this is so good. So of course, and since then I've like been a huge Kiss fan. So I would say it's due to this one right here. Kiss Alive 2 is the reason that I started being, I guess, a Kiss fan and started venturing into the hard rock music world right there. So yeah, Kiss Alive 2 will be my first pick here.
Oh, fab. Yeah, it's a very, very good live album, that. Yeah, I do like Kiss. I've only really listened to a little bit, but I love, oh God, what is it? Destroyer, that album.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's considered their best one. It's not my favorite, but it's considered the one with all the hits, I guess.
Yeah, it is really. Right, so.
All right.
My second one here. The Ace of Spades, Motorhead. Just, phenomenal album, start to finish. Absolute killer. No real weaknesses, but So after I listened to Dream Theater, my mum kind of pointed out to me, "You like that? What's that band? Does Ace of Spades or something?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that song's really cool." Because I used to have all those albums that'd be like the best rock album in the world, and it'll have like compilation of stuff on it. I said, "Oh yeah, Ace of Spades is great." So first off, she bought me a compilation album of Motorhead, but I don't have that anymore. I can't remember where it is.
Yeah.
But it introduced me to all her hits and stuff. But Ace of Spades, I got the album as well, and my God, it just blew me away. It's perfection. It really is. It's one of my favorite Motorhead albums. There's only one I think that's better than this. It was so difficult to pick my favorite. Nah, Ace of Spades for a long time was my favorite, and Love Me Like a Reptile. But I'd say now, Fire is just I listen to that all the time. But yeah, it's just an absolutely outstanding album. And Lemmy, to this day, Lemmy and Motorhead, they've been my favorite ever since I listened to these. So yeah, and it started my love for the all the big British British heavy metal bands. So
nice. I love The Chase is Better Than the Catch. That's probably my favorite Motorhead song.
Bite the Bullet as well.
But did you have you seen Lemmy's funeral? It's on YouTube where Scott Ian talks about. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That is the best. Who are those three Mexicans? Man, I love that.
It's so funny.
Yeah, that was great. Oh, okay. I'm glad you saw that.
It's on one of their live albums, like on Everything Louder Than Everything Else live album. They have it on the back of the reissue, I think, or something.
Yeah, a quote that he was funny. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, that was I thought that story was hilarious there.
Brilliant.
All right. Next up, now this one I've talked about, I don't know, maybe not on my channel, but to my friends, and they've heard this story many times, but I'm going to say it here. So imagine 1982, I'm 10 years old. Again, my neighbor was the one who introduced me to this band. So I remember the town I used to live in, Kirkland Lake, there was a sidewalk sale on a Saturday for the whole town, pretty much. It was a small town, FYI. So there was a sidewalk sale, and of course there was a record store. So my neighbor suggested, "Yeah, you should bug your mom to get this album." And I'm like, okay, being 10-year-old, very influential. So all day, I bugged my mom, "Are we going to get that album? Can I get that album? Can I get that album? Can I get that album?" And of course, we went to that store, and she's like, "Can I get that album? Can I get the album? Can I get the album?" So she looks at it. She goes, is this any good, really? So this album is this one here. This there's always like a lot of people will say, okay, it's not. I still think this is Maiden's best work ever. I've listened to again since I'm 50, so 40 years ago I started listening to this, and I listened to this nonstop. Like I know that whole Number of the Beast introduction by heart. I know every beat, like Airband or whatever. Every song I know this. So this one, and of course, I went and bought everything else afterwards there. But yeah, this album, 1982. My God, I still remember, and I remember again. It was this vinyl. I remember putting the needle on my new record, my dad walking into the living room, and the starts Invaders. He looks at me, goes like this, then just turns around and goes back. But yeah, I listened to this like so much, and I bugged my thank you, Mom. Like I said, rest in peace. She's passed away there for but yeah, she bought me this and never looked back for that. And I played the hell out of this one here. So that's a Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden.
That's a fantastic choice. I always pick that.
Yeah.
I know some people that say it's bad. I know people like you that say it's the best. I think it's in the middle somewhere. It is a brilliant album. There isn't really any weaknesses for me. Like even Gangland, I like Gangland.
It's my least favorite. I would have put Total Eclipse instead. As you know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've only heard that a couple of times. So
yeah, it's a B-side.
Like a bonus track, or is it or not? I don't know.
It was, I had the 45 also as a kid of Run to the Hills, and the B-side was Total Eclipse.
Okay, yeah.
Not on the album. But again, it's my first album, so you're very, like, that was my first Maiden album. And of course, like, nothing to me compares to it. Like, I don't find there's a dud on it because I've listened to it so much also, But there you go.
Yeah.
That's my number 2, I guess.
Oh, just before I move on, I think you asked my favourite song on that. It's either going to be The Prisoner or 22 Acacia Avenue. They're both brilliant songs.
Oh, yeah.
The whole album's great. So.
Actually, I went and bought all the DVDs of the TV show The Prisoner because of this.
Yeah, I've not watched that yet, but my nan recommends it to me. So
it's good. It's weird, complicated sometimes, but it's really good. And you'll hear the full version of the "I'm no number, I'm a free man." Did you know that Back in the Village off of Power Slave is part 2 of The Prisoner?
I didn't know that. That's really
because
cool.
The Prisoner is stuck in the village. And of course, that's what Back in the Village is, like a sequel to the song The Prisoner. I'm not a number, I'm a name, like, that song Back in the Village. Yeah, it's
free man, that's it, yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's part 2. FYI.
So, next, third one is Black Sabbath Paranoid. Now, so naturally, I listened to Dream Theater. I love that song. I listened to Motorhead and became my favorite band. But I was thinking, where did it start? Now, obviously, we can all argue, like, Deep Purple, Sabbath. I still think to this day, Black Sabbath made heavy metal. Loads of influences, like they did, but I think they really started heavy metal. And obviously, they had Black Sabbath, the debut before this one, but my dad, he gave me not the CD but the file, MP3s and all that of Paranoid, and I just thought, wow, this is really, really good. And I didn't even think that it was old. It didn't even feel like it was old music. It could have come out like the year I listened to it, and it was still cool. It's fantastic. If I had to think of a highlight, my favorite, it's very difficult. I know for the most part, people probably pick War Pigs, but I'd honestly say Fairies Wear Boots or Hand of Doom, and they're both incredible songs. But now, when I listened to this, I thought that this is only where it started, and it's already this good. So how good is it going to get?
Yeah,
so I just looked through Black Sabbath, Judas Priest, all that, and didn't disappoint me. So, yeah.
Good. I like that one too. Yeah, it's a good one. I'd be okay if I never hear Iron Man ever again. That one's like,
oh yeah, it's good.
Apart the ending, I do like still there. It's just like, okay, I've heard this one enough there.
Yeah.
So, but Paranoid, I can still listen to that one, no problem. The song.
Like Paranoid, like Ace of Spades as well. I'm Paranoid. I can listen to those two whenever and never get sick of them.
Yeah, same here. All right. So now this one, it will come with an explanation. This will be my heaviest one of the day here. So again, in the 80s, it was Kiss, and I'm going to leave my other one for my special honorable mention there. But it was hair metal that I liked. Here in Canada, we had a TV show that played every Thursday. It was called the Pepsi Power Hour, which I guess is the equivalent of Headbangers Ball, if you're familiar with that. Yeah. It was they just showed, metal videos or hard rock videos or hair metal. And I was always into hair metal. And then my friend, his name's Pascal, he was more into a little heavier stuff than I was. And of course, at that age, we're all recording videos on our VHSs and watching them later on. And he kept showing me like his style and my style weren't exactly the same at the time. And he kept showing me these thrash videos, and I was like, oh, like this again. And so he showed me a couple of videos. Anyway, I'll show you the band. So this is what got me into heavier metal. Okay.
Okay.
This beauty right here.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in Peace. This is what you call. It still is my favorite Megadeth album. I can't say anything bad. When I heard Holy Wars, I was like, okay, it's good, but it was Hangar 18, the video that got okay, that is good. And then you listen, then and the reason I didn't mention anything because he kept showing me, Wake Up Dead, and again, it wasn't doing anything for me. Peace Cells, again, it was okay, but again, I was in the 80s. I was very don't bug me with anything else. I don't want to hear anything if it's not Kiss, okay, or the other one that I'm going to save for my honorable mention. But yeah, like that's got me into, and this is pretty much as heavy, I guess, as I'll get in my collection there. I mean, I have other stuff here and there, but I have all their albums, all. So that's my number 3 right here. Megadeth got me into a heavier. It got me out of the hair metal, hard rock that I was just tunnel visioned in. So there you go.
Fantastic pick. That is, I don't know what to say. That album is absolutely brilliant. Holy Wars absolutely blew my mind when I first heard that. I actually prefer that to Hangar 18, but Hangar 18 is brilliant.
Oh yeah, they're both equal. I'm just saying it was Hangar 18. Like Holy Wars was good. Hangar 18 was what I was like, okay, I get it now. Like this.
Yeah.
You don't need to have hairspray this high to be good. So,
yeah.
So there you go.
What else is that on that? Oh god. Tornado of Souls. That riff is ridiculously cool. And what think of what's it? Five Magics.
Yes, that's on that. Yeah.
But yeah.
Electricity, no, whatever that he says there. I don't remember all the stuff there, but yeah, that's a great song too. The whole album is, and I saw them. There's a it's called Heavy MTL, which stands for Montreal, and we went to see. Oh my God, there was so many bands that night. It was Megadeth, Alice Cooper, Anvil, Rob Halford, Melissa Aftermore, Testament. And it was the tour that they played all of Rust in Peace as a whole. So they played the whole album. So that was great.
Oh, cool.
So anyway, there you go.
Okay, so I actually have 2 honorable mentions, which I'll get through quickly. So the first up one here is, well, a big surprise, Judas Priest British Steel. It's like I got the starter pack. You know what I mean? Like the starter pack of metal. But when I first got this album, I loved every second of it. So Living After Midnight, Breaking the Law. I didn't have to listen to them anymore now. Living After Midnight.
Yeah, Breaking the Law. I'm a little tired of hearing there.
They're good, but when you see live show, I've not been live yet, but you see a live album or something, and they could have played Solar Angels or something like that, and they play that. It's a bit, but yeah. The only thing I really didn't like was the bonus tracks and stuff on United is
that's not a bonus track.
Oh no, sorry, the bonus track and United. I meant to say, like, so Red, White, and Blue. Do you know?
Yeah, Red, White, and Blue. I have that CD.
That's not great.
I have all those remasters. There's some good B-sides, but yeah. My favorite actually being Thunder Road off of Point of Entry.
Oh wow, yeah. It's not a turbo outtake or something. Maybe turbo or ram it down outtake or something. It's fantastic, that.
But it's on the
it's on Point of Entry, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I love that song. That's a great one.
But I think it's from the Turbo sessions. That's what.
Yeah, it kind of sounds
it's really good.
Yeah.
And then just so quick, my second honorable mention is Saxon Wheels.
Oh, Saxon.
Now, I adore Saxon now. Like, thing is, when I first listened to these guys, it was this album, and I believe Denim and Leather, and I still much prefer this to Denim and Leather, even though it's a great album. But I put this one as honorable mention because this is what started me looking at the new wave of British heavy metal, which is now my absolute favorite. It's not really a genre, I suppose, but it's like a movement sort of thing. But
yeah, it was yeah. There's a reason why they have a name for it, right?
Yeah. The new wave British heavy metal is definitely my core metal love for metal, because the top 10 bands even are mostly new wave British heavy metal bands. But yeah, Wheels of Steel is another one of those timeless, like Ace of Spades or anything like that. I can listen to it every day, and I would not get sick of it. That
It's a
riff
good
is
album.
incredible.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is my lot.
Is that the first one you got of Saxon?
Yeah, not the first album.
Yeah,
I got
okay.
from Saxon's Wheels of Steel.
See, me was I had gotten what the hell is that? Unleash the Beast, and then my first was Power and the Glory. I got that afterwards, and I'm like, okay, I'm sold. So
Unleash the Beast probably is my favorite.
It's a good one. It's what started back their track, I find, to being godness. So
the Thin Red Line.
Oh yeah, me it's Terminal Velocity and Ministry of Fools. What a song that is!
Yes.
Great song.
We're not listening.
Yeah, that one there. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna give you my honorable mention, and there's a reason, like I said, why I was not mentioning his name earlier. So again, back in the 80s, I told you I was very tunnel vision. It was just Kiss. I mean, I would listen to the Power Hour, look at the videos, but I wouldn't buy anything else unless it was Kiss. I was like, don't bother me. I don't want anything. And then suddenly one day I bought this.
I knew it'd be that.
Alice Cooper, Raise Your Fist and Yell. It was the first cassette I bought by my hard rock metal. There's another cassette that I bought earlier when I was a kid with my own money there, but that's not metal or hard rock there, but that's going to be another story one day. But this one was the first album, and I saw the video for Freedom. I was like, oh my god, this is good. It's like Kiss, it's got makeup and theatrics and all that. So I bought this, and then, but I only had this one. And then the album Trash came out, and I was like, that was my first concert ever. It was like, all right, let's go buy all the other all his old discography, and I'm like, oh my god, the old discography. I mean, this is good, but the old stuff, I was like, oh my god, how come I never heard of this? Because again, when you live in a little town where you're from, again, no internet, pre-internet. I didn't know who Led Zeppelin was until 1984, just to give you an idea. Just to give you an idea how much I wasn't aware of what was happening out there in the radio land, because when you're at 10 years old, you're listening to what your parents listen to there. So there you go. Anyway, that's my honorable mention, which is Alice Cooper's Raise Your Fist and Yell.
As soon as you said, oh, this is why I didn't mention his name and all this stuff, I'm like, it's got to be Alice Cooper. Watching your channel, I thought, where's Alice Cooper?
Yeah. It's what got me into buying anything else except Kiss. That was the first album that I bought, which wasn't Kiss. I'm like, all right, you know what? Because I've had other albums here, they're given to me there. And of course, other little tangent notes there, but yeah, like then I just went nuts and just started buying a whole bunch of crap there. Not crap, good stuff, obviously there. Yeah. But there you go. All right. Well, anything else to add? What's that?
Alice Cooper is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen him. I think he's the one artist I've seen the most, and it's been a few years since I haven't seen him there. So like, let's go, Alice. Come back to Ottawa here. So all right. Anything else to add here? No.
Oh, I was going to say I've not listened to that album by Alice Cooper, but I do love Trash, which you mentioned. Of course, Poison. Like that's a song I can listen to so many times as well. That's perfect.
See, I can't even stand that one anymore. I like the album.
Brilliant.
I've heard it's played. It was played so much here. It's one of those songs. I like the song. Don't get me wrong. I'm just like, okay, enough. Like, there's other like to me, House of Fire is the best song off of Trash. That's my favorite.
There's two more I like, but I've not listened to the album for a while. And Bed of Nails is great.
Yes,
but I'm not sure. I'm sure there's someone else. But I am a little bit of I'm not really that into him yet. I've not got into his discography yet. I know Feed My Frankenstein is an awesome song.
Yeah.
But I don't know much of his albums, so I need to get into them.
I would say get the Alice Cooper Greatest Hits for the old stuff, there's
Yeah.
not a dud on that. If you want the old stuff and then the newer stuff, I don't know what else to suggest for that. If you like heavy stuff, you know what? Go for Brutal Planet. That's heavy for Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I listened to
But it's
a
not
song.
real Alice Cooper though. That's what I find.
No.
But anyway, yeah, that's I would start with the greatest hits. It's like a brownish album cover there. Great
Okay.
first start. I didn't even have that when I went to see him live, and I was like, "The hell's a song?" Yeah, there's a whole bunch of songs I was not aware of. But anyway, whatever. Live and learn, right? So,
Yeah.
all right. So I'd like to thank you then. I was actually there. This is actually pretty fun here going down memory lane for why I've started going. That was a great idea. That was Dave's idea here.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
What's that?
Thanks for having me on here.
No problem. It's always a pleasure here. So we'll do this again. And on that note, I would like to thank everybody for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to David's channel. Also, I'm going to put it as a link below in the comments. If you haven't subscribed to mine yet, go ahead. If you like this type of content, there'll be more coming. And on that note, this is probably the first time I actually finished my drink here during an episode here. So here you go. Getting good to the last drop. So, all right. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next episode. And on that note, thank you for watching. Bye.
Take care. Bye.